In this event planner interview, we'll talk background, do's, don'ts, and words of wisdom from a creative professional in the event industry. I had the pleasure of speaking with Hayden Antal, the creative manager at UT's College of Communication and Information. What to expect here, we'll talk background, previous experience, worst, best parts, what he's learned, and some best advice. For background, he started his undergraduate career at the University of South Carolina and then got his MBA at UT Martin after moving to Knoxville in 2020 and started a full-time job in UT's video production department. For previous experience, he worked as a runner for an event rental company, so he spent time setting up, tearing down, doing linens, etc. Also a photographer and a videographer, and then he gave me a great quote saying how he wants the event to feel affects the way he shoots it. He wants his audience to really feel like they were there. For best advice, he said the details are important to make people feel cared for. He said sweat the details because the details matter. So it's easy to overlook things that feel silly like plates, napkins, number of cups, etc. And then he said you don't need big flashy things to make an event feel important, but if you take care of the people, then they will have a positive reaction to it. And he gave an example of simply just remembering a guest has a food allergy and then accommodating it. Biggest lesson learned: be prepared and problem solve quickly. He said you should always be prepared when things go wrong and not if, but when. Be quick to come up with that solution. He said speed to coming up with that solution just comes with experience of messing up because it does happen so often. And he shared a funny yet core memory of forgetting a tripod plate at a wedding and then duct taping his camera to the legs of the tripod so he could video the ceremony. He said make a choice and be confident in it because it makes other people feel confident in you as well. What do you wish you knew going into it? He said it's extremely tiring, yet meaningful. You work long, weird hours. You're the first there and the last to leave. It's physically tiring, especially in weather carrying your gear, yet satisfying when your creative ideas and visions come to life. And it's meaningful because you get to be a part of some people's most meaningful days of their lives. Worst and best parts. Worst part is when the vision is not executed, when there's too many people pulling the project in different directions, and the expectations are just not clear and not met. But the best part is when that vision becomes a reality, and when you have a creative idea in your head, you piece it together to become that reality, and then your clients tell you how much they loved it, how much it means to them, and how much they felt like it really represented them and their story. Favorite event worked. He said it was a huge gala for Tennessee, super high class, crazy details, fireworks, LED lights. Felt like it was so high up and he wasn't qualified enough to be there. Yeah, he did his job the best way he could. He found genuine moments, tried to look at ease so then people felt at ease getting their photo taken, and he got to meet a bunch of famous alumni. And then my favorite quote he said was the interesting thing from a videographer's perspective when it comes to events is that there is one opportunity to get the thing that is happening. And if you miss it, it's gone forever. So there is a unique pressure on you, but it trains you really well for other production events later in your career. In summary, my three main points from him were: the people will remember the way you made them feel, be prepared but ready to problem solve with confidence, and the job is a lot of hard work, but it's worth it. And overall, I just had such a great experience interviewing Hayden. Definitely learned a lot from our interview, definitely going to be able to apply it in my future career, and I really look forward to pursuing the professional connection that I made throughout this process. Thank you so much for listening.